everyone. So today I want to speak about my experience living on my Chiron line. And this will actually be a follow-up from my video of me speaking about me moving to Houston, Texas with $3,000 and a brand new spanking baby. Right? And originally I thought that I was moving to my Sun MC line, and I was going to go there to focus on business, but the universe had other plans for me. I got a mini reading from a real astrocartographer, and she said, honey, you are on your Chiron line. And I said, that makes a lot of sense. So what is Chiron? Chiron is the wounded healer. Chiron is that part of us that needs deep healing, that is very tender, that is very sensitive. Chiron takes us back to a lot of childhood wounds and past life wounds that we that are giving to us, or that we acquire or we experience, so that we can use those wounds to not only heal ourselves but to help others heal. And Chiron is that placement in astrology where you may never fully heal all your Chiron wounds, right? If you are doing the work, then a huge part of your transformation will be from you embracing that part of yourself that has been wounded, and loving those parts of yourself. But ultimately, you are supposed to use that transformation and those painful experience from your Chiron placement to help others heal. Now, for me in particular, I have Chiron in the first house in Leo. So that is all about your self-worth, your self-esteem, about others downing your creativity and your potential. And honey, moving to Houston, Texas, I spent a lot of time alone, a lot of time introverted, which is that Chiron, because Chiron is about the inner, right? The inner hidden parts of us, which are not really hidden, but the parts of us that we may not want to put out on Front Street. And I spent a lot of time alone. I spent a lot of time in solitude. I tried to make friends, but the energy just really kept me in solitude with my baby, nurturing my baby. And I did a lot of healing, a lot of shadow work. Of course, I'm always still healing. It's a constant. But I can honestly say I spent a lot of time healing in Texas, and spent a lot of time with just me and my baby. And I learned many things about myself. So many things from the past came up. So many memories from my childhood, so many teenage year memories and dreams kept coming to the surface to be dealt with and to be healed. Things that really hurt me, things that really shaped my perception of who I thought I was, right? And living on my Chiron line was tough. It was really tough. I'm not even going to lie. It's like I would try to put the business aspect, or I would try to put my goals or focus over my inner healing, and I always got my ass smacked back to being focused on the healing, because that's Chiron, right? Now, I did put myself out there, and I did help others heal as well, because that is a part of my purpose and my passion. But that Chiron line, listen, it's not for the weak. Living on your Chiron line is not for the weak, right? Especially if you are not self-aware, especially if you are not already doing some type of shadow work or some type of inner healing. I did a lot of purging, a lot of crying, a lot of letting go and releasing. But the beauty of my Chiron, I can say, is it allowed me to with that Leo placement, it allowed me to really get comfortable with myself and putting myself out there. Because having Chiron and Leo in the first house, it's about your self-esteem and your self-worth around your creativity and your passions and the things and matters of the heart, right? So I tell this one story. When I was young, and this is not me like blaming anybody, I always got to say this, but I got to share this experience because it's real. When I was young, I played the clarinet in middle school. And I played the clarinet in middle school, and I practiced some, but I didn't really practice that much. And I know I could have practiced more, but I didn't. And my sister and my mom came to, I was living with my grandmother. I remember my sister and my mom came to my my performance, right? And I guess I was off pitch or off tune, you know, and my mom and my sister laughed at me. You know, it made jokes in front of me. And of course, I didn't say nothing, but that kind of discouraged me from picking up another instrument. Now, the best thing to do if your child is not good at something is to help them practice so they can master the instrument or whatever craft that they are interested in or want to excel in. But my mom she didn't understand that. So she didn't realize how making fun of me and cracking jokes with my sister, when that was something that I was proud of, or I wanted her to be proud of me, because of how that destroyed parts of my self-esteem of wanting to pick up another instrument. So that's just an example of that Chiron energy as it pertains to creativity, because that's the art, that's Leo, right? And I still haven't picked up another instrument. Of course I am, because I'm old enough to know that, you know, I can master anything, and it doesn't matter who supports me. But it took me a long time to get over that. And, you know, I didn't even realize that was a part of that one story. That's just one story. I got many stories about that Chiron energy and how it played out in how I felt about myself and discouraging me from doing my creative ventures or doing things that I felt like were truly a part of my purpose and that came from my heart. But it took me telling another astrologer that story when he mentioned what the Chiron revolved around, and I'm like, damn, you know, that kind of damaged me in a way, you know, and I didn't really realize it until I told someone that story. Look, I'm getting emotional now, and it's like, wow. So that was a constant theme, or a constant theme in my childhood of not being supported for what I really wanted to do. So me moving, I want to cry, but I'm not going to cry, y'all. Me moving to Houston, Texas, and being away from family and friends, it really allowed me to step into who I knew I was meant to be, to go deeper into my purpose. I didn't have anybody else's ears telling me what I need to do or who I need to be, or telling me how I can't do this or how I ain't going to do that and how I'm not going to make money doing this. All I had was time and my baby boy, right? And the ancestors made all the other logistics happen. How we did it, I don't know, but we made it happen. And I needed that time alone. I needed that time to rediscover my sense of self. I needed that time to pour into my self-worth and self-esteem, and I had just gotten out of a terrible relationship. So, of course, I thought I needed to go and be focused on business, but the ancestors said, hell no, you need to go somewhere where you be going turn inwardly so you can truly transform yourself, right? So I'm so grateful for the experience. And to anybody thinking about living on that Chiron line, honey, if you want to do some dive deep into the underworld, and when I say the underworld, I mean the underworld of yourself. I mean the shadows of yourself. I mean the inner childhood trauma, the things that we suppress and that we put on the back burner because we got to go to work, we got to go to school, we got to do this, we got to do that, we got to. Meanwhile, all of those things that you are putting to the back shelf are the blockages that are stopping you from really being great. So if you want to really dig deep and dive deep into yourself and really transform and uproot all those dark parts of yourself that are ruling you, all those subconscious parts of yourself that are ruling you, move to your Chiron line. And it's not all bad, because I had a lot of beautiful experiences. But I'm telling you, the nostalgia and the memories and the things that I needed to heal came up a lot. The solitude is inevitable. So don't think that you're going to go there and you're going to be a social butterfly, because you're not. And you may want to be, but it's just not going to happen like that. I was very, very introverted. Not by design, because it's many times I tried to go out, but it just didn't feel right. So peace, y'all. I hope that story helps. I am not in Houston, Texas anymore. I will be doing an updated video on my transition and transformation. I don't tell too much because I am being watched, and I just like keeping some of my privacy to myself. But baby, the journey is ongoing, and I'm always planning for the next adventure and for the next journey for me and my son. And thank you for watching me if you are watching my videos. And to the people who may come and see this later, please leave a comment. Please like, subscribe, share with a friend. This is my real, raw, uncut experience about living on my Chiron line. And I am speaking about astrocartography, which is location astrology. I do recommend you to get a reading before moving to any place. But the spirit gonna always tell you where you need to go. So the reading was always gonna just be confirmation if you listen to your intuition. Peace. I love y'all. Goodbye.